Hello friends, welcome to my channel Data Making. Please subscribe to my channel if you are not done already. Thank you for people who already subscribed. Let us start today's video. Today I am going to discuss about how to create a MySQL Docker container in Ubuntu operating system. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to pull the MySQL image from the Docker app, and then we'll actually run that container, and we'll try to log into the MySQL environment which is running on the container, and we'll do simple tables creation and queries on top of that. I hope this video will be helpful for you all. Let's get started. I'm going to log into my VM virtual machine where I installed my container there. Okay, so I will log in. Okay, so if you want this VM, please log on to my website or blog called datasciencewiki.com, and you can send us the request to get this VM. So what I'm going to do is, so already I have a Docker container installed in my machine. Okay, so if you want to check the version of the Docker, okay, let me use sudo. Why I'm using sudo is basically the user is not my user, which is data making, is not part of Docker groups. That's why I'm actually using a sudo. If you are actually adding your user to the Docker group, then you can use the command directly. So I'm using a Docker version 19.0.03.5. Okay, so what we are first step is we are going to pull the MySQL image. So what is the command is docker pull MySQL. So I'm going to use the sudo again. So it is going to look for the image in the local registry. If not available, it is going to pull it from the Docker hub. So you see there's downloading the Docker image, which is MySQL image. So based on the internet bandwidth, it will take some time. Okay, so let's wait for things to get complete. So next, what I'm going to do is I'll just verify the Docker image is downloaded. Okay, then we are going to run this command to start the MySQL container from the image which we download. Okay, still it is downloading. So it's I am using broadband, little faster, but still it is taking time. Okay, it is done. So based on the internet bandwidth, you will get some certain amount of time to get this image. Okay, so let's run the docker images command. Okay, so I have Ubuntu image got downloaded for other purpose, like when we build the first Docker image tutorial, we downloaded the base image as Ubuntu. From on top of that only we build it. So apart from that, now we downloaded this MySQL image, which is of around 456 MB. Okay, so the MySQL image is available. So actually we did not give any tag, so it is downloaded the latest one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to run this command. What is this is to run the image, we have to create a container called MySQL container from the image MySQL. So what I'm saying is docker run -p. The port actually I'm actually mapping a local port 3306 and I'm mapping from this container is by MySQL default port number is 0006 in the container. I'm mapping to the local machine port the same number, and I'm actually assigning the container name name followed by data making MySQL -db. This is my container name I'm assigning, and -e is for environment variable. There is an environment variable MySQL root password. I'm setting the root password for the MySQL environment or MySQL database. So password I'm setting as root $123, and -d is basically I want to run this container in the background thread, as a background process. So hyphen d, then followed by the image name, which is a MySQL. Let me run this command. Okay, in the terminal, I'll just refresh the terminal. So I am going to run this command. So it says success denied. Yeah, I need to use the sudo. Okay, so it is created. It says the binding is already. I'm having because my local VM also I'm having port number 0006. So I will try to use some other port in the local 0007. Okay, so and it says 1 minute. It's already running. It says okay. So it's that actually it is created, and it was saying that bound is already. So what we'll do is we'll stop it. Sudo docker ps. So currently no containers running. Okay. Okay, so it's not running. Let's use different name for it. I'll just get dv1. Okay, so now the MySQL container is started. So how do you check it? Sudo docker ps. Okay, see if see this, there's a MySQL MySQL instance or MySQL DB is running. Okay, and the container name is data making hyphen MySQL hyphen DB1. So it is the default port number 0006 of MySQL container is mapped to my local port, which is 0007, because my 0006 is used by my local MySQL instance. So that's why I changed the port number. Now what we'll do is we'll just log into this container and run the MySQL commands. Okay, so how we'll do is you need to run this command. Okay, so I'll just docker execute. Okay, and hyphen it interactive terminal. I hyphen interactive terminal, and I'm providing the container name, and I'm going to execute this bash command so that I'll log into the containers terminal bash command line. Okay, so let me run this again. I'll put the sudo. Okay, so I am inside the container. If you see here, so all these things are there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to now run the MySQL command. MySQL hyphen u root, user is root, and password is root 123 dollar. So MySQL is logged in now. Okay, so now let's run the few commands. So I'll just show you show databases, existing databases in this MySQL instance. So it has information schema MySQL performance hyphen schema sys. So let's create one database, which is nothing but a create database temp db, sorry, test db. Okay, so let me use the test db, and I'm going to create this table called user detail. And then insert few records into the table. I'm just having 3 columns: user ID, and I'm setting as primary key, and username and city. Okay, now let's query the user table, user dtl. So 3 rows are there. So you can write a lot of queries and you can do all the MySQL stuff here. So once you have done with that, exit out of it, and if you exit out of it, you are actually coming out of the container. Okay, so now we are done with using the containers. So let's stop this container. Sudo docker, let's do the ps. Okay, now we are going to stop it. Sudo docker stock. I'll pass the container name, which is data making hyphen SQL DB1. Get stopped. Now if we run the ps command again, no container is running. So this is how you need to use the MySQL container for your project if you want to use MySQL in a containerization environment. Okay. So I hope this video is helpful. I request you to follow my other videos in my channel. Okay, so I have many videos on Spark and Hadoop, and we created extensively the playlist using Apache Airflow, and this is the one which I am actually doing Docker container. So I hope these videos are helpful. Please watch these videos and provide your feedback. Thank you so much, friends.